Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Curse of the Torment. Tonight we're playing the module Curse of Strahd, but it's changed, transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark RPG, everything created by moi. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, heavy topics, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. And we may have a wonderful cast of players. We got Daphne, who usually craves violence, our Malcolm soldier played by Suku, who is off on a career training program and will return to us shortly. But then we have Leonard, I'm being stalked and I don't like it, our half of a duelist played by Pepper. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Solo to Vistaria Ghibli Bard, played by the person in bed of the party. Hester, hello.
Hello. Yes. I'm in bed.
And certainly not least, we got Styrax, reasonable but unstable Tiefling Elementalist played by Niorak. Hello, hello.
Hi!
Hi! What happened last time, Neo?
So last time we left with the, I think was when the time passed and we got the, like after everyone realized was, I think we were in the crypt or not?
And when the time reset, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We kind of came out and then the time reset it.
Oh, yeah.
Cycle happens again.
Yeah, then we decided to go to, again, with using the knowledge of what we did, we just, like, as we said, the speed run the thing, and also trying to get more extra information, but we didn't manage to stop anything. Everything happens, so again, the poison and all the stuff, and then we just fast forward when everyone is dead. We know about the spirits, so as soon as we saw anything, we just freeze, and then they went away. We took the key. We tried to kind of reconcile with Marilena, but didn't work. And so we just took the key, went to the study, got the gems, got the papers, and then quickly speed running around the maze and everywhere. Now we knew the answers of the riddles already, so it was fast. We again happened to get all the visions that we decided to talk later. Once inside the crypt, we tried to get concise with Marilena, but didn't happen and ended up becoming more like a monster, and the party decided to just fight it over. And after realizing that when she attacks, she just becomes tangible, the party just synchronizes and deal a lot of damage until Marilena managed to just fall and just don't move at all. And now we got the barrier down and we got some shiny loot. And just ready to go for the next.
Bag full of money.
Woo! Okay, thank you so much. Let's get back into it, shall we? Let's get back to our happy music for once. The rush of victory and conquest makes you a bit giddy as you interact with the gleaming treasure before you. You scoop as much gold and platinum that can fit inside of your new mini bag of holding, and you collect a few other lightweight items and stones that could be used as currency by shifting through the mound of treasure. Like, this is heavy-handed trying to search for these items. Lastly, you separate the items that had a magical aura around them and you laid it out before you on the crypt floor. This is certainly a treasure haul worthy of a king. So, my slightly less tormented prisoners of Barovia, what do you like to do with your new windfall.
Styrax will just actually approach and I think it's better if we deal with these items after we are out of this place.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
yeah.
We have
We
some
don't know what's
barrels.
going on here.
We have some barrels to move.
Oh yeah.
Daphne sighs
Yeah.
heavily at that.
Barrels filled with food.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. That will be me.
It will help.
You better.
Okay. All right. Shiny things for later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just to give you like a figure of the amount of gold, it's 7,000 gold pieces and 3,000 platinum pieces. If you convert this to modern money, you have with you a bag of about $3.7 million.
Hey.
You also managed to find in this in the little time that you had, and you're a little bit tired after the fighting, you try to find like these smaller gems, like the most precious that you can find, and like smaller items that do not weigh that much. That you also find in the bag of mini holding. Is note. I don't know how you want to store it or where it should go. Some of
that's
them have
pretty
weight, but you got the 11 extra items there. Well, some of them are actually several with the gems. Yes.
Nice.
And then you have all of your magical items with you as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure
for
that
now.
Daphne has a lot of backpack space.
Wait.
Yeah, for now we'll just give it.
Does this include with the stuff that's in my bag, in the bag of mini holding?
No, it's outside. I didn't want to like edit too much your group inventory. I don't know how
Yeah.
you want who should have what.
Yeah, I mean we haven't
Yeah.
identified it yet, so we can't confirm
Yes,
it
yes.
yet. So we'll just like carry
But
it around until we
the bag of mini holding to the gram
Yes, it's
is
filled.
filled.
Might have to leave some stuff out again. The
You-
more we want to do something in.
we have
like
a
making
lot more
green gold
money.
rain over the crest, guys.
Yeah, we have to like get 1,000 gold out to put another item in to weigh something. Oh wow.
Oh my god. We have like, let me guess, around 4.1 mil in pocket.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
3.7 million. Like
Alright,
stuffed in this mini bag of holding.
Okay, yeah,
Alright.
let's get out of here. This is nice, but I'd rather be out of here.
Yeah.
I'm
body over there is
glad I'm
nice.
not the only one.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go first since Styrax went in first.
Alright.
Alright.
Actually, while talking, Styrax will just push Soul.
Whoa! Goddamn. Well, I deserve that.
And then go after.
Alright, sip sap soon. You all go through the teleportation circle. And like before, like clockwork, those turquoise Coptic ruins on the outside of that shimmering magical barrier and the musty cellar of the Fidetov mansion, they light up in this strange light as one after the other. You appear in that space, and before you, once again, you have those barrels of holding.
Definitely
have to
probably
roll
going to
them.
deactivate the other barrier as well. That's here, and then we get to pushing.
Okay. I think Daphne, first of all, would like to not exert yourself with the barrels, but go to investigate the house just to make sure that everything is safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
You all ascend the stairs carefully. And you wait, you stop, you listen for any whispers. You do not hear any. And you do not feel that oppressive, nightmarish atmosphere anymore. When you do open the door to the gallery to peek out once more, the house is very similar to how you left it, but not entirely identical. Now, beyond the normal state of decay, it is overgrown by vines, grass, and mushrooms. The house is almost even older than what you remember it to be during those nightmarish episodes you have experienced. And out there in the grand foyer and ballroom, there's no decaying bodies, but just skeletons. Even Merlina herself now looks like Taltos, who lies beside her plant-conquered sofa. Stepping through the main doors to take a peek outside, it is a familiar yet unfamiliar sight that comes to you in this morning light. The Fidetov lands now look proper Barovian, with all the mist, mud, and slow decay that comes with it. It's barely an improvement, but at least whatever infected this part of Barovia has ended and disappeared.
Seems that there's one bad thing we don't have to worry about anymore.
Yeah.
I'm actually wondering what if actually his father just did it to protect her once Stradanius did that in the wedding.
I mean, it seems like she had the will to not die. And I don't know, with the souls not really disappearing from this place, maybe. And some crazy magic, maybe she was able to, like, hold on. I mean, this place was probably saved by these magic contraptions before. I don't know. This emerald seemed to have something. Well, and I'm not sure that her father had really any time to do anything. But maybe, I mean, we don't really know the events really, how they went by after Serenia killed her sister and Emmerich left.
So we don't know where the person who's responsible for the magic in Barovia is.
Well, we found his grave. So we assume he's dead. Doesn't mean he can't be another ghost, technically.
Very, with all the things that happened so far, I highly doubt that this person is dead. It's probably fake is dead. So
And if he had the ability to, he might have.
There's a chance, but also if he wasn't a vampire, he couldn't have survived all this long.
Yeah.
And for what we recall, he's not vampire, isn't he?
No, I don't think we know that for certain. My vision is kind of blurry on what I saw. I don't think I recognize. But most people in that room at the wedding were vampires. So, but not everyone. So,
who was the one who was it? That I know that the person who was shuffling us around was not a vampire. The servant, butler.
I mean, Rahada's doesn't seem to be a vampire. She was there too. But I'm not really sure what her deal is, to be honest. She has to have some way to live longer. If it really is as long as we figured out here, I mean, what was it, like 400 years? And even for a full elf, that's a stretch. I
A
guess.
small part of their life. Maybe.
I mean, I gotta be honest, I didn't pay that much attention in history class when he talked about how long the lifespan is of each race. I had other things to think about, but
Did you ever pay attention to any of the classes?
I mean, there was this one class that I kind of paid attention to the teacher. You know, he
It was
very-
survival class, right? Was it a survival class?
Yeah, well, there I paid direct attention to the teacher.
Let
That's
me
true
guess.
too.
Was the like nature related class?
Yeah, well, I talked about it earlier, but yeah, I guess it was not. That's not what I meant. I had another teacher that was kind of talking about like social interactions and that kind of stuff, and he was really encapturing. I liked that. That was a nice class.
Mm,
But yeah, there was also the nature class where, but I wouldn't call that paying attention to the subject, really.
I see. So okay. So do you have a sure way to? Are we just gonna roll these barrels, right?
Yeah, I
Towards.
mean it's just stairs. After that, we can roll them. Really, so
Yes.
someone can like move the carriage closer first, so it's not that far.
While they start carrying the barrels, Starbucks will actually cast detect magic as a ritual.
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, before they finish, your ritual is complete. And that strange suffusing magic that was everywhere, it's only feeling like in the air like an echo. And it gives you a chill to your spine because that much magic and then suddenly just being gone feels empty. But nonetheless, it's normal.
Seems like we are fine, but I would rather to go fast if we can.
Well, we're trying here.
I know. And Styles will just like keep going around the house, trying to see if there's any like source of magic around the house.
There still is. Every door, every window, there's a little bit inside of the walls themselves. And every light fixture, all of them have a soft glow of magic. The light fixtures, of course, evocation, whilst it's more aberration for the structure of the house itself. Hmm?
Yeah, no, nothing. Star will just like be chilling pretty much around because doesn't have strength at all.
Did you cast detect magic inside of the house beforehand? No, you did not.
No.
Yeah, just
Give
because at the start it was like so overwhelming that
Yeah. Give me a quick intelligence check.
Uh-oh.
Not 20.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Not surprised.
Oh my
Jesus.
fucking god. Here we go.
Starix is just bred for this. Yeah. You're very sure. This magic that is woven into the walls of the Fidatov Manor is a less sophisticated and not as dense magical weave that you experience inside of Castle Ravenloft. But it's it certainly has a lot of similarities between the two. And from what you remember, what you sensed with Castle Ravenloft, like it was slightly more dense, slightly more complex, but they were definitely... Castle Ravenloft is probably a version 2.0 of the Fidetov Mansion.
Oh boy, Styros will just like try to understand what is like going around the walls, the windows, and the doors, just like trying to see exactly what he did.
Oh my god, with a natural 20, I will definitely allow you more information about this. But when it comes to the doors themselves, they are... It's an arcane lock on them, but it's a sophisticated arcane lock, like an upcasted arcane lock, which not just casting a normal knock spell is enough to open. You probably need to upcast it or be extremely lucky when you do. There's also effects of like just general aberration to the windows and the walls and the doors, just to basically it's like a slight magical strengthening, like a shield, that they are able to take more damage than what their normal materials should, the protection they should have from just natural means. Then you have woven into it, there's transmutation in the cantrip of mending, where the house can mend broken parts of it on its own, but that magic has been completely sapped out. There's nothing left in that tank. Considering the decay that the house finds itself in currently. And then there is also there's also effects of dispel magic inside of the wall, with certain conditions tied to it. That's about what you can sense.
Alright, yeah. Pretty much what Leo and Sol can see, just like Starbucks, just like looking all around, just
Having a field day.
writing as fast as he can, making drawings.
Yeah, super fascinating for her.
You think Styrex is on their architectural era right now, or phase? That's okay.
Maybe.
Well, I think when Styrex do this, like, there's a bit shine to her eyes, and her soul mark is definitely a lit.
Yeah, you can just pretty much see like her back. There's a line.
Yeah.
I just like to see like eyes just turn into flashlights and just look around.
Well, it's a very soft, it's like dim light at most. When you cast, there's like a flash of stronger light, but yeah. There's a soft glow whenever you concentrate on a spell.
Oh, wait, never mind. Styrex found something magical.
Yeah.
Well, unsurprising, I suppose. Maybe she can figure something out. After
You
all, we
two
do have-
concentrate and help me,
Oh,
says
wait,
Daphne.
sorry.
Oh, whoops,
Oh.
sorry.
Yeah. After a productive morning, it takes you like almost an hour, where it's mostly Daphne, but with some help, pushing the barrels out of the cellar and then loading them onto your wagon, which you have taken out of the stables and put as close to the manor house as possible. And Styrex taking down notes all the while of the intricate enchantment that is suffusing the Fidetov manor. You eventually find yourself ready to go and depart. Is there anything that you want to do before you do?
You've on anything, Starks?
I can tell you on the way. It's.
Alright.
I must admit that I'm quite fascinated with what I found.
So like a magical dispel word that you can use to get rid of all the magic.
I wish
Hmm.
that it's more like this is. I will call it kind of experiment of the castle. Like it's kind of the same thing. All the walls are enchanted, all the windows, all the doors, and it's like it also dispels magic and also repairs itself.
Hmm. Yeah, we kind of saw something like that in the castle.
Yeah, but the castle is this, but 2 or even 3 times.
There's no like tracking or something magic, right?
So far, I didn't notice that.
Okay. Just yeah.
But just keep in mind, noticing that this whole area is magic has gone. I think we have called an attention.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So we better treat carefully from now on.
yeah, we kind of always have to. Oh well. Yeah, let's get back to Crest and give them the chance to survive, I suppose. That's great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I start the horses up?
Okay. Let's do that. Let's depart. Where's my wagon sound?
The lack of snow is concerning.
Bloop. There we go.
Yeah, on our way to the snow.
There's like a little bit of sludge around, so, but not like a complete cover of snow like it is up where Kresk is. But your wagon is so loaded heavy with goods that your horses plainly refuse to leave if people embark upon the wagon. So the journey becomes slower than normal. Your wagon's wheels dig deep into whatever muddy portions of the road that is clear and comes your way. And it is especially slow in the inclines where your horse's laboring breaths become quite audible. As you ascend yet another small hill and make your way upwards in the landscape away from the fertile bowl that the Fidatov's ground sits on, you, for a moment, the mists part in a special way as you look behind over your shoulders and you see what remains of that alleyway of trees leading up to the house, the garden, the overgrown maze area to the side of that, and beyond it, the dark waters of the lake beyond. And on the other shore, faintly, you can see an outline of a tower. But that is not your current predicament and destination, so you turn your hearts and minds towards Kresk. After everything that has happened, the sweaty effort of getting the wagon pass through the mud, the early morning fight against Mardana, getting the barrels out of the cellar, the tense night spent in the nightmare version of the mansion, and the slight jet lag that you experience as time has been all over the place lately, you deflate and tire. Things have happened in a breakneck speed lately. After all, the ball was only 2 evenings ago.
Oh shit! Really? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder there's an ache in your bones and a cloud of exhaustion in your mind. There's so many things for you to do, and so many places for you to go still. Right now, what's in the forefront of your minds is rest and relaxation. So, you curse as you realize that a hike now awaits you, as the horses cannot support you. So your world narrows to your feet and just a path ahead. And the only strength you have in you left is trying to keep yourself attentive enough to look out for threats. More than half an hour later, you recognize the part of the road where you found that strange distortion in the air and the peculiar sunlight beyond. But now, it is untraceable, whatever barrier that you saw. Rest assured that whatever strange phenomenon was going on here, it seemed to have ended with your vanquish of Meulen's Fidatov's ghostly remains. And in your current state of mind, that is certainly enough for you. The journey takes a bit longer than before, and you have a leisurely, tired stroll of about 5 hours ahead of you.
It really sucks that it always feels like when you do something good, it just still everything is shit in Barovia.
All is well in Barovia, as they say.
They should open a hotel here. I don't know. A resort would be great for the great wonders that this place has.
You could also make nice gold with it, since no one can go out.
You
I
want to be
mean-
miserable? Come here. Yes.
Do you wanna be? Do you wanna be trapped? Best resort of all the arch.
Barovia, the place to die for. You can never leave.
That's a
Never
good one.
We'll leave.
Once you go Barovia, you can never go back.
Once in Barovia is always Barovia. Anyway, that we still have things to do. Agreed. We just have to take one step at a time.
If that's even possible.
All right. So for now, we're walking to Kresk and dropping the barrel.
Yes. Helping them to survive, because no one else is helping them.
Quote unquote survive. Right.
Yeah. If you want to survive in this place, I suppose.
Then
It's quite a lot what we've given them. I think, if I recall correctly, it's like almost, I will say, 100,000 gold pieces worth
Yeah.
of food.
Sure. It's
At least that will get them through tough times a little bit and just try to stabilize themselves.
yeah. Should we give them everything? Because then I feel like there are other places in Barovia where they could use food. To be honest. I mean, I would give them a lot for sure.
I mean,
Um,
wasn't the village of Barovia need food? But
I mean,
they were fine, right?
I mean, they're trying to make food, but in this
And
the
still,
sunlight missing world, there's not that easy
but
to grow anything.
also the village where we are now is ruled by that guy. And
Yeah.
of course the
that-
famous Father Donovich being vampire, that gives it away. So it will be quite not necessary to do that. And then we also have Belaki that is starting to make trade with Pestani again.
That's good.
Yeah. Vistani, huh?
Yep.
How do we stand with them now? I wonder.
But
Ah, yes.
talking about Pestani. So
Hmm.
what did you saw on the labyrinthum?
Oh, not so happy thoughts like the rest of yours.
I think we all did, yes.
Oh yeah, no. Not great things.
Oh, but you're not getting away, Leo.
Oh, whoa,
And
whoa, whoa, whoa.
and then Starbucks just looks at the front. Neither do you, Daphne.
There's a heavy sigh. No,
Eh,
it's fine. I was quite shocked, but we need to be open with each other. I saw Richten and Rasius. They came from two different directions, slowly walking towards me. Rasius had a bag full of bloody body parts, and Richten was dragging behind him a dead and bloodied corpse of a Vistani child. Then they pointed towards me and told me that I should follow them, and that it was only a matter of time before I would walk in their footsteps and paint the world red with them.
The words of two devils.
hmm.
Yeah, I don't like these matters anymore.
That makes. Let's
I-
really check your insecurities, huh?
But we all know, Daphne, that you won't do anything stupid like that.
Yeah.
I was a bit startled, but I have to agree. My path, whilst it is a path of violence, like both of my mentors, I can still choose when I choose to be violent and against whom. She looks down upon, she looks upon her weapon, and then she looks to all of you with determination in her eyes before she says, or finishes, I will not make their mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, the benefits of seeing how it turned out, you know? It's always what I've been told, you know? Learning from other people's mistakes is a great thing to do.
Yeah, in a sense, I can be thankful to them. But most of all, they taught me how to be independent and trust in myself. And so I shall. I shall only wield this blade to protect you and protect what I deem important. Not
She has, like,
for
a slight smile.
not violence for the sake of violence.
There it is.
Hmm.
There's
I
a
mean-
death roll now.
You'll get your moment where you can have your violence. Well,
Starbucks just keeps in silence with a little bit of a smile.
So, Soul, fess up.
What? Why? What do I need to fess up?
What happened to you?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Well,
Spill.
um, well, my thing is that all of the Vistani, or some of them, start yelling at me and start calling me a traitor. And Sophia ultimately deal the deadly blow that says I failed her. So now I think the events that transpired in the ball has now come to fruition. So
I mean,
I just lost my Vistani blood oath ish.
well, I mean, it's not like you've lost your friends. I'm sure Sophia still likes you. After all, it's still a vision. It's not reality.
What?
Maybe
I just don't like to do um to sway away from normality, or commonality. Like I do not for years. I just decided to go with the flow and ride the tides through the Vistani. And now it feels like I'm pushing against it, and I'm getting beating up for it.
I understand
Not
wanting to go with
physically,
the flow.
not physically, but mentally and emotionally.
Yeah. I mean, we saw with Essie. I mean, the people that are your real friends from the Vistani, they stay your friends.
Yeah,
I know
but
it's weird and different, and I mean, it's
no,
at the end of the day, they all have been forced into this cultish thing, right? And you stepping out of it is a good thing, right?
yeah,
Gives
cause I
gives
thought that I did the right thing.
yeah, they
Who
just
knew
didn't
the
have
right thing is painful?
yeah, they just didn't have the chance to be able to see what you were able to see with, traveling around with us and being at the forefront of Stradania and everything. You had much clearer things than they have. I mean, maybe the not accepting this means that, you can't be controlled. That's what we heard, that might be possible, that Listani can be controlled by Countess if she wants to. So, you know,
It's funny that for all the years that we live freely and allow people to do things freely, that this is one thing they shouldn't like do freely with, that they are required or be shunned out.
yeah, no, it's wrong. It's wrong to push you out because of not wanting to follow this path. They're just
Hmm.
indoctrinated to, a ride or die on this.
Yeah.
And then maybe you get a chance to show the people of Estani that that's all right. That you're still family even if you choose a different path, right? That's how it works with family.
Yeah. You're right. I just wonder
Yeah.
what it took for them to take this step. Are they doing so willingly or they have no choice?
They don't know another way. I mean, would have you ever questioned Madame Eva telling you to take that drink ever before we got into the thick of it?
My first impulse when Madame Eva first showed up and showed the chalice, instinctively, I was ready to accept.
Yeah.
Feels like my life was coming together and it's that it reached to that point. But then I remembered times that I saw outside of Barovia and our small adventures so far and see how blindly following a goal with no of compassion leads to path of similar to death and violence.
Hmm.
When I thought of that, I felt like I'm helping people die by accepting this ring. So I chose to ignore it, to deny it.
Yeah. Choice that it's probably almost impossible to even realize for most Stani.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive that you were able to pull away.
Well, let's just say I visited a certain house when it all made me realize, oh shit. All right. How about you?
Hmm.
Got any secrets? What you
Um,
saw?
well, I saw a lot of people that are dear to me in one way or another.
Hmm.
Guess I have to, pull out a little bit more before I explain what happened. I told you about my grandfather before.
Hmm.
He kind of made, our name what it is today, and I look up to what he's done in his life, and he always believed in me and my ability to, you know, be a great general and follow somewhat in his footsteps. I loved hanging out with him, but in in my time back over the seas, I was, well, but maybe I couldn't really see clearly everything
Hmm.
that was happening around me for a while. And I kind of, went with the flow like you did.
Hmm.
And not realizing what I'm missing. Mm, I feel like with how I choose to, fill my time or what I did, he might have not been so proud of me anymore had he known about it, or if he knows about it now. And that was the first person I saw, was my grandfather telling me to. I'm a disgrace to the name of my family. Not completely wrong, I suppose. I don't know. Didn't really think
Hey,
about it.
hey, you're not a fucking disgrace. Okay. You're honestly, out of all the nobles that I've met, not which I might say, not a lot. You're the fucking best. All right. Don't pull yourself down. Okay.
The
Um,
nobles might be.
And if it helps, you made me just a little bit change how I see the novels in the Protectorate.
Yeah. Like you've done more right now in this month, this upcoming month, than the other nobles that I've met. Which I might say again, not a lot, but most of them just sit behind a desk. So I'm telling you right now, that image of the father in the labyrinth is a liar. Alright? You're much more better. You're doing so much better than the rest of the nobles.
Oh, I might be on a crazy adventure right now, but what I should be doing for my house is be like an actual part of it, an actual leader. I mean, these other nobles might be dicks and annoying and lame, but they're doing what is necessary to keep the house alive, and that is also what my father's been doing his whole life. And I always respected him, but I never. When I went with the flow, it never felt like something I should be doing, I needed to be doing. And thinking back on it, I might have just overlooked what I should be doing. And being here might be where I should be, but I feel like another thing that I should be doing is being there for my house. After all, I am
I'm-
first son, and technically I'm supposed to take over. I've done jack shit understanding how even the political situation is back at home, or anything really.
Well, I don't I don't understand. You're basically doing what the house. You're basically representing your house right now. Nothing more honorable than it is to be on a diplomatic mission and succeeding in some way, shape, or form.
Well, I wasn't really necessarily chosen to that for my family. I just decided I couldn't
Hey,
stay.
they don't know that. Okay,
By now,
they
they
don't know.
probably do.
Hey,
be
hey, hey.
honest.
It's been quite long since we are out, so
Yeah, I mean,
anytime soon I'm expecting a messenger from the Protectorate. Well, that if they can pass through the mist, and also if they can deal with Estronania, but it's quite impressive that so far we didn't get any royal messenger coming for.
I mean, it was like 2 weeks to get here. So you have 2 weeks to get here, and then it takes probably like a week in here to do diplomatic stuff. So they only expected us like 3 weeks from when we entered Barovia back home. So like roughly. So there is some time, and then another 2 weeks to get a person here. And
Do I need to remember you that you left your house without saying a word?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Do
you
you
did that?
do you
Oh.
do you think that being 2 weeks not seeing their son will not make them worry?
Well,
Oh.
I have a lot of things to take care
I
of.
th- I think even with 2 days or even less, they will send someone.
Maybe. I maybe my father also thinks it is a good chance for me to learn things the hard way. I don't know. I
Hey.
can't.
Sending their heir to his death.
Well, I don't know if he knows about what's going on in Barovia.
I mean, I've been keeping track. Let's see. Today is the 21st day since we entered the mists.
Oh,
Plus
it's
the
been 21
travel.
days.
Are you sure your family loves you as much as you think they do?
Oh,
I don't know.
whoa.
No, I
Whoa,
mean,
whoa.
she's not wrong. I have been quite the problem for my family. Even though I like my family. That's just a fact. Being a cool noble, just, beats the
Well,
bad, I suppose.
well,
Ah,
well, keep in mind, I'll just jiggle the bag of mini holding. We have a lot of money, so we could make you a noble under your own money. You
well,
know?
they're still family.
Yeah.
Star Wars
I
just gives like an eyesight to Soul. Like
what? You don't want to be like part of the what's your gonna name? What's your last name again, Leo?
Hey,
Kwin, like pseudo Kwin family.
well, you guys are already part of my family.
You
yeah.
know,
Well,
Lord
my
and Lady
family.
Kwin. uh,
Anyhow, that was my grandfather at first, and I I think he's not wrong, but I've been a little bit of disgrace by my family and to his ideals, but second was my little brother. I talked about him before, I think. He, you know, second son of the family, but he is behaving nicely, and I don't know, my parents take great care of him. Maybe they're trying to prevent things from going the same way did with me, I don't know. Certainly they wish for him to take the lead, and that's what I got from him. He was telling me that thanks to thanks to me failing miserably, I had an easy chance on, you know, stepping up the ladder. I know my brother would never say that. I hope. I mean, he's quite young. Maybe he would say something like that but no, not really. I don't think he really would mean it. But it doesn't change that it's not wrong. I mean, with me gone, and who knows if we ever get out of here. It seems quite dire, to be honest. So probably would take on a house, and probably for good. He's certainly capable, I'm sure, to lead the house. Well, yeah. That's for my family. And there were another two people that showed up. And one was Serena. Guess Emmerich still with me even if in my fears. And she was scolding me for you know, not being able to protect her and, you know, sleeping with her sister, I suppose. Kind of a big deal.
Oh, okay.
Not
I
that I
might
think
say,
that, not that I think that love and sex is like something that is the only way sex can be done, right? I think that's a little bit ridiculous.
I mean,
I think love is
yeah,
something more than just intimate sex, but I
yeah, but
understand the feeling of being played like that for her. If she still exists as and thinks about it that way.
mm. Well, we didn't know at the moment that
You know,
um
could have known.
him is going to the um. We didn't know that Sardania will visit physically. You know, not Sardania physically. You know, we're gonna get picked up. We're supposed to bring Ismark. Is that the name? Ismark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark.
Well, we did. Well, all we had going was bringing Ismark to what was the name of the town? Oh,
To Kresk, where we are heading.
no,
No,
no, no,
we
no, no, no.
from the
It
village of
wasn't
it's just a
Crest.
village of Barovia. It doesn't have a really good name. Yeah,
No, no,
but
no, no, no.
oh, you mean
No,
the Lucky?
Valaki, yeah.
Yeah, we should
We're supposed
bring
to
it
bring
from the
him
Lucky. Yeah.
Valaki, but we didn't know at the time that we're gonna get picked up by Stradania's people.
Yeah,
So
but
at
either
that
way,
point,
Not Stradania's people, Stradania herself.
yeah.
oh
But
yeah, Stradania.
the fact of the matter is, I could have told that, you know, I could have seen a difference. I could have figured things out. Maybe I just didn't want to think of a different way of things being, you know? I asked her about the blue eyes and I just took her answer at face value. I didn't try to think about it more and realize that might be a little bit of a ridiculous way of cheating out of it. I just accepted it. That's I don't think I can be without faults, I suppose. I think these while I understand you guys propping me up, I think these things are still real. And it's still I need to figure out how to do things in a way that I don't run blindly into these things anymore. Seems like something I do. And well, lastly, the last figure I met is more of a story. I in my time in my youth, I had a lot of things thrown to me. Looking back at it, I'm not sure if they flew to me because I was talented or because people just propped me up to be successful. Can't really say. But one person that I've met early on in my life was not a noble, that was not a dick. Although she was, you know, still a noble and doing her duties, she certainly did just understand a lot more of the role that she had to fill and what she should be doing than me. But we hang out a lot together, and I enjoy being with her. I don't know. Can't make sure. Can't really say what I was feeling, but it felt very great being with her. And we kind of grew away a bit more when I became older, and I figured out that I could do a bunch of shenanigans and get away with it, and could go out and, enjoy life the way I wanted to. Um, but a few times we did spend together were nice. It just felt, thinking back on it, it felt really real, I suppose. That made it different from my usual experience. Yeah, but I guess it went a little bit too real when I I asked her out, and it didn't go well. And he like pulls back his like sleeves, and you see this weird colorful bangle hanging on around his arm, that usually he has like tried to hide under it. I got this when we like first got friends as little kids, like, friends bracelet, these kind of things. And when I got older, I put it away. It looked kind of silly. And to her, it was a sign that I didn't really respect the friendship we had built. And it meant a lot more to her than it meant to me. I suppose I got a little bit of a reality check from her. How things were going in my life. So that was kind of the trigger for me that got me to kind of run away, I suppose. Everything felt a little bit too real. I felt like I could see. She forced me to see more of what's all going on, how people, not really real to me. Going with the flow is just, being lied to. And I was hoping that by running away, going here, I could figure out what I can do. What's real. But I'm just getting lied to again. Just still running into the head wall. And just like not seeing things the way I should be seeing them. I don't think I've figured it quite out yet. Yeah, that's a lot. Sorry. There's
Hey,
a lot to
hey,
unpack to this.
hey, no, don't
It's weird to put it into
worry
words.
about it, alright? I mean, at this point, we really need to know each other, and doing this shit is like, I don't know. It feels like I can trust you guys more
Yeah,
with my back.
that did sound very personal, Leonard. Thank you for telling us, but please never mention it again in case that she is listening. I think
Oh,
that would
right.
be a very bad idea.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. I
I
forgot.
think I need to remember you, but and Sarax points at the back what you have in there.
You know,
I know it's tracking, but it also contains message.
Well, it's. You guys wanted to know what I saw, and it makes sense to give some backgrounds. And I agree with Soul that I might be something that I need to figure out how to listen more and figure out what other people think.
You're well on your way. That is obvious.
Yeah.
Leo, you're not the egotistical, little self-assured, arrogant shit of a brat noble that you were once upon a time.
Very specific, but yes.
It was a lot easier
All
back
novels are
then.
like that. So
Oh,
It
really?
was a lot
Well,
easier
I,
being a little shit, I gotta say.
Hmm. There was something
Well-
lying behind.
I was wondering what you guys think of me as a step of thinking about it, step of listening. Is there anything you guys want to say to me that I should listen for?
I must admit that the first time we met, I heard your last name. Of course, I thought, oh my god, another novel. Oh my Boreas. Sorry. Another novel with even Ewin as last name. And thought that you will be kinda like your father. But even though you didn't know how much the world works outside the nobility, I think you are quite that different for a noble. And that's in a good sense. And even though you don't have any magic, at first sounds like you don't know and just like, oh yeah, it's magic. I hope you are changing that mind, or else I might actually just use all my power to just turn you into asses. And then gives you a smile.
You could do that.
okay.
We did start with a few fireballs already.
Yeah, that was unintentional.
I see.
These ones are not.
Well, honestly, I was plotting to kill you. Honestly, I'll
I think
say
we
that
all were at
in the
once.
very beginning. At the
Really?
very beginning. Yeah.
I mean,
I did not get that.
I mean, Leo, you tried to pay with a paper in a land
Alright.
that is even outside the protectorate.
Okay. So,
Like, how? How?
remember,
Like, it could have worked.
remember when we first visited Stradania?
Mm-hmm.
I told her that I was planning to kill you.
Really? Sounds
Yeah.
not the
Because I
smartest
know you
thing to
have.
say.
Yeah, because I know you have money somewhere in that body. So I was like, why not make a quick buck?
Hmm.
And I can just blame it on diplomatic mission to cause of your death, right?
Well,
Well, good fucking thing that I did. I check on that shit. Cause I almost died by her. So, yeah.
But
Oh,
why-
finally!
why-
I finally
why-
got that out of my chest.
What
Oh,
exactly? Why were you plotting to kill him?
because he has money somewhere in that body that's gonna be very valuable. And most often than not, his bones go back to the family might cost some type of money because some people are into like magic and stuff with bones and spirits and shit like that.
You two really don't think sometimes.
How
Hey,
stunning
hey,
of
hey.
you.
So, because Saul, do I need to remind you that at first, both Daphne and I were pretty much got into this because we were supposed to protect this guy. And just points at Leo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like, if you think
yeah,
that,
yeah.
I
Thought
would
about it.
have to kill you in turn.
I know, but to be honest, at that point, don't fucking care what happened, right? Because as I said, I was going with the flow. If I die, I fucking die. I
Well,
live. I've already filled my life, right? So why not
anyhow,
go out of the bag? So yeah, I need to get out of my chest with that
yeah,
one.
no.
Sorry about that. That I was almost backstab you right in the back. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that anymore though.
You did not get that vibe at all.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Still, I will.
Just keep it that way.
Still,
Ah.
I think I will sleep with an eye open.
Is it getting hot in here or is it just me? Mm.
Okay,
You can actually see Sterak's soul mark starts to get brighter.
Well,
Mm.
I have to say this is
Oh, I'm
not as bad as I
sweating.
thought it might have been.
Oh, I'm fucking sweating, man.
Starix,
It's getting hot.
we can rest easy because if Saul would do something against Leonard, I mean, we would be furthest back in the queue of punishment that Stradania would dish out. So
You think so? I think it will be more like we let his beloved die.
oh
And
shit,
then we'll
that
be
would be
on top
bad
of the
for
list.
us. Yeah.
There will be no dying anytime soon.
As
not
for
planning on
me,
it.
Leo, honestly, I'm a little bit worried about you now because yes, you were rash, reckless, naive, had a stick up your butt, a bit arrogant, not at all attentive, a bit of a shit, brat, and all of that good stuff. But I liked your passion. And I liked how confident you were. You have done a great job listening to us. You are for sure less rash nowadays, but you also grown dimmer. And we never complain about that. And she kind of goes up to you and kind of pats you on the back. Like, assuredly, so it kind of rocks through your body a little bit. We like that fire you have, so don't lose that, okay?
I see.
And
This
guys,
is
there's
fun.
no crime to be naive. I mean, that's a luxury. It's a good society when people can be naive, but we had to beat it out of you, Leonard, to survive in this place. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I hope that when we get back, there are people that can see things similar. Because I'm not sure how things are going to be if I ever get back.
Well, as I said, if you either one successfully did make a trade with a diplomatic mission, or two, you defeated probably one of the strongest people in this continent or archipelago, you'll probably be able to make your own house. So,
Yeah, I don't know. If you do manage to survive this, Leonard, I don't think you need to measure yourself up that much to your grandfather anymore. I think you will be well on your way to surpass that.
Honestly, have your grandfather either defeated Strahdanya, the people that is equal to
Any,
Strahdanya, right?
I mean, we're still on a fight with
yeah,
one of his court,
I
he,
mean, yeah,
and there's no progress in that.
yeah, and he did, fight against a lot of vampires in a way. I mean, he was not personally fighting any of them, but leading an army successfully against them. So
I would choose a
no,
leader that goes into combat with me any day than those royal schmucks in Eternal Suns.
no, I think you guys, I yeah, I just at most I just kind of want to mend things if possible. I don't really care about being the shit with these people. I mean, I've lived that life, my whole life there, so even if it was fake, I already lived that. I don't need to prove to them anything. It's more like wanting to mend things, possible, but I'm not sure how to do that. For a while, I've been writing a letter trying to do that, but I'm not sure if that goes anywhere really. Outside of realizing some things for me. Well, I have taken too much of the time again, as always. So
Oh, don't start. And Daphne punches you in the shoulder.
Styrex,
yeah, it's your turn.
You can see Stavros all the time just closes her book. It's not as long as Leo, but it was pretty much my younger self what I saw, and also climbed to on me. Pretty much got her kinda on the way on the maze. Just reminded me that I decided to forget and I was a coward to remember all the time.
you decided to forget.
I don't know if I decided at this point.
Yeah,
Or
I would say. And I'm not sure that's a decision. It sounds like a hard thing to say. I decided to forget. When
Maybe,
perhaps I did.
yeah, like
We
magically.
we actually don't know. And since I decided if I decided to forget, I wouldn't even remember why I decided, or even if I decided to.
like you were found as a little kid, right? Your mentor found you when you were like
I was told that.
What's,
guess.
what's the first thing you remember?
Pretty much Ireos, my mentor, just pretty much asking my name, asking where I'm from, and didn't know any of the answers. Then they just put me the name of Starbucks, and just slowly Ireos decided to take me as an apprentice.
But he
Wait,
also tamed your magic stuff, right? You figured
wait.
that out. Did you
Did
do that after, or when did you do it? Did you remember? Have to have memory of being?
So far,
Yo.
the only thing that Ireos told me was that I there's an unknown source of my powers that he didn't even understand. But now I know that they actually seal them And now I understand why. Because if they let it free, I might just even explode myself.
Okay, we don't want that. Well, I'm not sure if it's your fault that you're forgetting. If you were like a kid when, I don't know, that dragon lady decided to share a soul with you, um, then
Sharing a complete soul inside of a body, that is really, really strange.
yeah, it is
Wait,
strange.
wait. They told you that you were Starbucks when you were a kid?
Just give you the
They,
name, I think.
they, they, they gave me the name.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And to be honest, if we are recently, I don't even have a name.
That's oddly. But they didn't tell you who your parents were, huh?
Mm, No, they only told me that I was found in the middle of the battlefield, and they took me since I didn't have any signs of being a vampire.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, you were in the fight with vampires and stuff, like in the whole conflict.
Yes, I actually went to war.
Oh, wow.
That's why I think that even more Kiwin House, they just tell people what to do and they do nothing instead.
Hmm.
I see many people die, and still the Kiwin House just send more people.
uh,
Hmm.
sorry. How long has this been war going on?
Um,
For about 50 years.
50.
If
yeah,
Leonard able to tell you. I mean, if anybody, he knows.
yeah. My grandfather liked to tell me a lot of these
That
things.
okay. Okay. Here it
I,
is.
I, I'm sorry, Starix. I didn't know there was that kind of connection there.
Yeah.
I just never asked, I suppose. I didn't. I just figured you were hanging out in the
And,
library and you were
and
learning
what
stuff.
and and what about the mages they sent to war?
Yeah. Oh,
Where do they get them from? Of
that makes
course, it's the
sense.
university.
That makes sense.
Mm.
Oh,
That's one of the main reasons why most of our research, most of them don't even come to an end because they just send people there and there's no one to research anymore.
50
yeah.
years.
Oh,
Something.
and now my house doesn't feel as great anymore as I thought just a second ago.
Something fishy.
This is when it's now you see the other side of not being a novel.
Yes. Guess I just never heard anything bad about my family. Unsurprisingly.
Of course, because
Yeah. Echo chamber.
pretty much your family just decides who to send. They only see that they win a war because they lead it, but from where they lead it,
Yeah. Like home most of the time. See. Well, it explains why you're so capable in all of these things.
To be honest, I'm nothing compared to the rest of the universe.
Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like a lot.
If we knew what we were dealing with, I'm telling you already, they probably wouldn't send me. They even sent Ireos before me. And it was actually another objective of mine was bringing Ireos back.
Yeah. We'll figure a way out to do that.
Might sound selfish, but once we reach Valaki, I would like to research that mage fishing with lightning bolts, because it might be him going crazy.
Yeah. We'll go back there for sure.
It's definitely on our list.
Alright. But to bring it back to the vision, I don't think you're really at fault for forgetting anything. Sounds a bit silly.
At first, I was reluctant of it, just deciding if a vision is a vision, but perhaps it's getting the time that maybe I need to remember.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you see anything new? I mean, theoretically, the memories could still be with you, just not accessible that easily. Did you see anything that you didn't know about? I mean, there was water there. I think.
Only I just felt it was wet, but that could be if what the Protectorate told me is true. I'm afraid it might not be water. It might have been blood,
Yeah.
and that's why it's wet.
Let's see. Well,
Because remembering the pool, I saw my younger self covered in blood, which now starts to make more sense.
yeah. I was thinking that even though it might be hard to remember, you could try to use the pool and crests to try to bridge whatever's preventing that memories. Not saying you should. I'm just thinking that
You can see Starrock's just like a little bit of a smile, like a smirk. I already thought of that. And even thought of going alone. Just in case.
but you don't have to go alone if you don't want to.
Leo, just trying to ignore, I pretty much damage you.
Well, by now,
who
I
know-
think
who knows what-
shortly I'm gonna get fire resistance about it, like I'm trying to get the same spot every time when I block, so
Mm-hmm.
You don't get
get a cool burn
resistance to
mark,
fire,
you
just getting burned. Completely the opposite, you get a scar.
I mean, scars can be pretty cool.
Do you want to try?
I'm giving you the option. I don't fear you. I believe in you and your powers, and that you can figure it out. So I'm not scared going with you. And I don't think Daphne is either. So
In that, I just tell you, do whatever you want. But I'm actually going to that pool again.
maybe we figure out why these other reactions have been happening. Maybe they're connected. I mean, the vampire dust triggered you too, so maybe there was some connection with vampires as well. I mean, if there was war where you came from, maybe you were in a conflict with a vampire before. Or maybe the dragon was. I mean, if you have the soul of the dragon, you might have
There's
venerated the
one.
dragon too.
There's one small thing that I might have been actually an experiment.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh. I guess. Seems not unreasonable. I don't see why. I mean, Argenross
Yeah.
told us as much. It seems quite unreasonable for a dragon to even consider, you know, joining with a human in that sense and giving the soul over. It's not something they would ever do. And he knew your dragon. Yeah.
Hey,
Perhaps another visit to Arkham Boss is in order, because we know how to. Hopefully, we can reach him again.
Yeah.
or we have to beat the guy up.
Are you
There's a chance.
Are you sure you really
There's
want to, Starex?
no. Oh, sorry.
It sounds like you don't want to know, yet you'd still pry. Like a
Yeah.
scab that you claw at, but you don't want to rip it off. How deep do you actually want to go?
There's like couple, not even couple, like almost half a minute of silence. I thought I managed to hide it. And then you can just see that she's actually just start to show that she was shaking all this time.
Daphne goes over and kind of half hugs you over the shoulders. There. Whatever you decide, we stand with you.
I mean,
No.
having the ability to not know your past can also be a benefit.
Hmm.
You can just start to see that she's starting to pretty much just see tears on her face, like, yes, but you don't know how it's to live like this. Being known but just a simple title. Having a name that you know is not yours. Not even knowing just what happened to me. And now that I have the chance to do it, I really can't.
If you want to, we can help you.
Yeah.
It's
We
easier
very
to push on with someone at your side.
yeah.
Or if you
And-
don't want to, we can keep you from prying.
Starbucks just like opens her notebook and just like goes silence. Still crying, just in silence, not saying a word to anyone.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
like-
enough of that discussion for now, I think, guys.
Yep.
One more thing. I think
Uh,
you're amazing with everything. And you have taken to this world in an impressive manner, I think. Not many people could have lived a life that you did. And it's very impressive hearing your story. Feels almost insignificant to it. I think you are Styrex to me, whatever your real name is. I don't think really matters to me. You are you, and you've shown quite a facet of personality that considered to be you.
Styrax will actually interrupt and just like take a bolt and just press it on the cart. Just looking at the floor.
all right.
No more.
Right.
Change of subject. Anybody?
Well, if it makes you feel better, Leo over here is always looking to increase his fire resistance. So,
Change of
Wanna take a
subject.
shot?
So,
Well,
hey, I
I'm
gotta lay that.
very unhappy that we have to walk right now.
reminds me actually of my youth.
I mean, maybe, Daphne, you can take a barrel, and we can go back into the carriage. Just, pointing
Or
it
we
out.
could just.
I think
I mean,
you
we
all
could take
need
a step.
hardening and a bit of toughening. Like, this is kind of child's play in comparison to the sweltering temperatures I used to march through.
Well, first of all, the caravan also do this type of shit, so I'm vibing. All right, but usually we take breaks, cause pushing on is not good for everybody. But it seems that taking a break right now would be insufficient. So I guess we just gotta keep walking,
Seems
but
like it.
slowly.
Kresk is
Slowly,
not
then
too
fast
far away, I think. Should get there before nightfall.
Yeah, we should be able to.
Definitely should have taken Shuark. That would have been better for hiking. Didn't quite prepare that much when I
Mm.
left.
Hindsight is bitch.
Yep,
But we got cool magical items.
That we do.
I know. Let's keep. There's some cool stuff. What
Yeah.
was on your eye?
Probably a new breastplate for Daphne, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I call dibs on that.
yeah. Not the heavy armor type. Slows you down.
Whatever you say, ballerina.
Well, what did we have? A breastplate, a dagger, a soul gem, which Cyrus is gonna get a soul gem.
Mm-hmm. Golden
Then there's
headband.
the golden headband.
Probably
a
some
raven
cool buffing up, Oh, I kind of excited to use some magic items because, my father was
Woo.
full like no magic items kind of guy. He was like, oh,
Really?
yeah, he was like, oh, you can't have that. You have to learn by your own, to do things. And I would get magic items, I would buy them, and then he would find out and he would take them away.
Aww.
You continue
Yeah.
your small talk, and on your way, trudging through the mud and the slush that slowly grows more and more prevalent, the temperature starts to drop over the course of the afternoon. And once you're not taking a break in game, you're going to take a break anyway.
Nice. Good.
Okay.
Nice.
Refill your drinks, pet your pets, go to the toilet, do all the things, and come back and
Yes,
ready for
I shall.
another hour or so of roleplay.
I shall now attempt to wobble and walk.
You
Alright,
just
be
mute
right
yourself
back.
first. I'll be right back.
Maybe right back.
Okay, I'm back. Reynos Occultist RPG, if you're still here. Thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're doing good. So excited to be back. And I can hear it in everybody's roleplay. We're we do really want that roleplay. For sure. Hungry for it. Non-stop talking for 1.5 hours. We're just gonna wait until everybody returns and then we're gonna get back into it.
Yeah, come back.
Welcome back. Also, thanks Adrian for being here. It's always so fun to have you in the chat. Tempting me with your funny comments to get out of character. Oopsie, slept with your sister, was an accident, slipped and fell, my bad.
Nah, I really like the butter one. The one with butter.
Happens to the best of us.
Okay. Yuck.
Welcome back.
Glad I'm a gamer. So, because I wanted to go on a toilet like half an hour ago, but I was like, fuck it, I want to roleplay. I don't want to miss
Damn.
anything.
Damn.
A real gamer.
You real gamer. Ah.
That gamer bladder.
Hmm.
Dota bladder.
Ah.
Well, Neo, it's a little bit hard to fake to be asleep when you're walking, but you can try.
True.
I think more like you fall behind the wagon, like you put up your hood and
Yeah. Yeah, more like that.
antisocial. Unless you want to start snoring while you're walking.
Bex,
Yes.
I'm now. My foot is okay, so I put back to my usual self.
Oh, so you're whispering to me? That's very nice. Okay, talk normally now. Thank you.
Okay. There you go. That should be okay.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Good to hear also.
You had the opportunity to blast our ears and didn't do it.
No.
Well, it's one
No,
thing,
no,
but there's
no.
only friends. But like, peeking the stream is not as fun. I hope, at least.
Stream
My
will
poor
love that.
VOD. My poor VOD and my poor viewers.
Okay.
Alrighto. Are we feeling ready?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. So, complete the trek. The temperature drops a few centigrades below freezing, and the landscape around you resumes that snow wintry dress as you approach Kresk from afar. A bit happy and proud, dangerous things to feel in Barovia. You walk up the last bit to the walls of Kresk. Every step feels more heavy than the last one, but there's now a burning hope that finally rest is soon to be had. And thankfully, when you climb all your way up to the gates, it's a lot easier to get through the gates this time. First of all, they recognize you. And the second you mention that you have food with you, the massive gates open faster than it takes for you to say the word please. You park your wagon up by Luca's house like normally. And let's... and the now very much empty barn. And slowly the news of your arrival starts to spread through the village. There seems to be some runners that are going around searching for the burgomaster and other people spreading the news that you hear, and perhaps with the promise of food. Is there anything you want to do as preparation?
Well, put the barrel's probably outside the carriage. And yeah, I guess we haven't talked about if we want to give everything or just most of it.
You have perhaps 2-3 minutes now before.
I mean, are we gonna use it anytime soon?
I think maybe we can have them like empty a barrel or almost empty, or like get a bunch of like it's good to showcase how much food there is anyhow, right? So have them distribute a barrel into like other types of stuff and showcase how much food that is in that way, and then we can take that barrel with us again. And maybe we can take some food with us in that barrel as well, and we can give that to other people in need. I mean, I don't know how much there is in one barrel, but I think once it's shown how much there is, they might not even need the next barrel. We'll see. They probably want the next barrel. We'll talk about it then, I think. Definitely wanted them to distribute one of the barrels so we can take one of them with us. I mean, I feel like the mini bag of holding, probably needs some space now and then, so it's good to have a barrel of holding.
Yeah, that's true.
There's more than 2 barrels. Was it?
Oh, was it 3 barrels?
Or 4? Let me double check.
Oh,
It was 4 if I
4.
remember correctly.
Yeah, it was 4
Okay.
if I remember. So we could dump.
I guess we only pull out 2 for now,
Yeah.
and we see about how much there is in one barrel, and then we can get the others out if you want to. I misremember.
No worries. That's why also your wagon is so heavily loaded, because each
That makes
barrel is heavy, and there's 4 of them. Yeah, there's 4.
Okay.
Well,
music going
Styrax has the papers detailing what the barrels contain. It doesn't say which barrels have what, but you just have the sheer, basically, volume of it.
Yeah, once. I mean, we are already inside, don't we?
Wait,
No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
inside of Kresk. You have just, like, parked by the side of the road as
okay.
they're running to get Dimitri.
Okay,
Wait, what?
Styrax will actually leave the translated paper on the barrels and will actually leave on the direction to the pool.
Okay.
Well, what barrels do we have? Like, what's the contents of each barrel? I'm wondering.
Well, we only know what's in all of them. But
Yeah.
so
Is it just all food?
Yes.
The contents
To
are-
remind you, this was like a month ago.
Okay.
What's in the barrels is the food that the whole retinue, the mortal retinue that would have come with Empress Stradania, and those that they would meet, food for a like triumphant victory tour of Karnas,
Oh, okay.
which Stradania and her court paid the Tabletop 120,000 gold coins to give. So you basically have fine foods, not like there's no food that has been created into a full dish, but like materials for fine food to the value of 120,000 gold, divided between 4 barrels of holding. That's a lot of food.
Yeah, that's a lot of food, man.
And it's not
Like-
only food, there's also plenty of alcohol and water and things like that.
It feels like one barrel could satisfy like this town like for like a couple of months with the amount of food on one of them.
Yeah, like taking a quick look over with it with Daphne, like trying to figure out. Yeah, probably 1 barrel for about 70 people that lives in Kresk. They probably lasted perhaps 2-3 months. If they're like ration what they have.
I'll probably tell that to Leo. I know I'll tell that to Leo. Why you say probably? I'll tell that to Leo. It's like honestly, 1 barrel could really, you know.
yeah, it's just we can't take all the barrels anyway with the carriage. So I think leaving 2 is reasonable. There's
And
also
their
like
own
longer period of time that they have to care for. They have to set up everything from scratch again if they want to, figure out how to feed themselves again.
yeah, and the reason why the barrels are heavy is because the food they have, yeah, or the barrels are just generally.
I think the barrels just in general are heavy. But I'm
Yeah, just
no
like
magic
the
person.
mini bag of holding, like no matter what you have in it, your mini bag of holding like weighs 3.5 kilos.
Okay.
And that's more than just the material of the bag itself. There's something else that weighs it down, even though there's just a void inside. And it's kind of the same thing with the barrel of holding, just
Bigger scale.
yeah, a bigger scale.
Okay.
So, well, actually, did we notice does Styrex make like some stealth attempt or so when she goes away?
Nope.
Or-
Nope. Just like not a single word just goes.
But you should also remember that you've told the Crest guys that the 2 tieflings do not speak. And
That's
you and Daphne are
I
like
think
the
Styrex
wards.
doesn't speak. Soul does speak.
Yeah, it's Soul does.
Soul.
Styrax doesn't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, right, because you talked to the burgomaster. But Daphne is kind of like the the ward of the tieflings.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll look over to Soul and be like, I don't know if I want to Starix go alone right now?
Yep. Okay, I can go.
Okay.
All right. Good luck. And just still hops off and follows Styrex.
So as you leave and Leo and Daphne kind of turn around, there's this crowd that has formed, and there's some carefully positive whispers around from just seeing the barrels in your wagon, but they do not yet realize what's really within. No one approaches just yet, just opting to wait for the burgomaster.
Yeah, I moved them.
Mhm.
Barrels in a good spot.
Oh, so
Wait
as do you take all four or just two of them? You and
Two.
Daphne, yeah. As you're in the process of lifting down these two barrels, Dimitri do arrive with a bit of a huff and a bit of healthy color to his cheeks. But there's still that ever-present stress in his face. Hello. Welcome back.
Hello.
What is that you have brought? I mean, why have you returned so quickly?
Well, we found what you guys needed, so as I promised, I brought probably enough food for half a year at least. So
What?
I-
Where?
I-
And he looks around, trying to see.
well, gonna do a cool showcase if you want to. Can you maybe get some people bring as many like fillings, barrels, kinds of that they can find? Anything where you store food.
Sure. I guess, guys, we need some baskets.
A
Please.
lot.
A lot?
Mm-hmm.
Bring baskets, some crates, perhaps? Maybe a
Barrels,
wheelbarrow?
maybe.
I don't really understand what this is needed.
Well,
like,
come
where's
with
the
me.
cattle or bushels of hay? Okay.
And I move him close to one of the barrels.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what a bag of holding is? Have you heard of that before?
Bag of... Is that some kind of magical thing? An
Kind of.
item?
And I like open the lid.
He like takes a
No.
quick step back. What in the devil is that?
That looks pretty scary, but it really isn't. And I like put my hand in and be like, and now you just have to think about what you're looking for. And you can pull out an apple, for example. And I pull like out a very nice apple. And you can do that again,
There's
and
a...
again, and again. And I pull like
Like-
out 5 apples or
There's a ooh that goes through the crowd, and everyone takes a step forward. There's a brave kind of father who comes forward with like a wheelbarrow and like raises an eyebrow. What am I supposed to do with this?
Oh, you want some food? Any specific food you want, or just a menagerie of food?
What if I could decide whatever I wanted?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it wouldn't be like finished cooked food. It's just materials for food.
Well, a roasted leg of a lamb would be good. So I guess a leg of a lamb. Always
All
like
right.
that.
Try to pull out something similar to that, and see if I get anything.
In your hand, you kind of have to activate your biceps to kind of lift what is up because it's pretty. It's
Yep.
like a 4.5 kilo salted and smoked, large and plump, uncooked leg from a lamb in your hand, and you're kind of holding it in the bone part.
There we go. That was very specific, but here you go.
You kind of load it up in his wheelbarrow, and like the his jaw is at the ground, and everyone takes a step forward and like, what in Boria's name? What is this? And like several whispers go through. The man kind of leans down and like very carefully, like a shaking hand, like goes to touch, and as soon as his finger does, it's not like an illusion. It feels real to him. As soon as that happens, there's a there's a lake of lamb pepper, man. There's a lake. What is this? And at that point, people get very excited and starts to like swarm to get things.
All right,
With the baskets and
everyone.
everything.
We can do one round if everyone just takes some stuff. But I would like that we will divide these contents, respectfully to everyone. There's more than enough. So don't feel bad if you don't get anything right away. There's plenty here.
Dimitri kind of just staring in stunned silence. The crowd, on the other hand, actually we should do we have that? Yeah. It's like more in this kind of mood right now. They swarm you. They like have baskets and crates and wheelbarrows. There is both for you and Daphne. There is friendly claps on the back, warm tight hugs, wild smiles. There's compliments. There is words of gratitude. But you notice that they're very, like, despite probably being a little bit starved and tired with rationing that they probably lived with their whole entire life, they're not like becoming a crazed crowd with this. There's this immediate kind of communal atmosphere that starts to spread, and an immediate sense for numbers and being generous and sharing. They start organizing how to divide the food, and Daphne gives them the papers, and they seem to be able to handle this in a very egalitarian way on their own.
I'll look over to Dimitri and kind of pat on his back as well and be like, I told you I'd find some food.
What
I
is
helped
I?
Lucky and I'll help here too.
I don't understand. This is a miracle. Like I don't. What even are you? And he kind of looks at you, and Daphne is looking at you for the first time, being impressed, admiring, but also scared of you at the same time.
Well, I was named a saint, I suppose. After I helped the Lucky. And I just seem to be quite resourceful and lucky. Isn't that what the miracle ends up being?
I'm starting to believe that now. Did you get this at Vidatov?
Yeah. We did.
So what was going on?
Well, a crazy curse that we had to lift before we could get to the food. Like a bunch of ghosts, evil stuff, and time shenanigans, and crazy stuff. But it's all behind now. So hopefully no more people go missing at the feeder tufts. That should be over with. Just a normal amount of mists there.
Blessed by Boreas. All right. You have done more for my village than in a few days than all my ancestors and me combined. What can we ever do to? What do you want?
I guess just trust in us. Support us, I guess. If need be. But probably not gonna need it. And I did kind of wanted to look into your ancestors a bit. If there's anything on them. Like another Dimitri, in past generations. Would just like to look if you have stuff from them still. That might have some interesting information for us.
I don't have many records, but the ones I had, I mean, of course. Don't worry about your tiefling friends. I understand. I think I understand now.
Oh yeah, in general, you know, if you have like a bunch of food, maybe you don't have to be as stingy anymore with who comes in, because at the end of the day,
I'm a little bit
I
dizzy.
think-
I'm gonna go and sit down for a while. You know where to find me. And it, like, dazed wanders off.
all right.
He has a flabbergasted expression on his face as he leaves. But as soon as one of the villagers reaches down and thinks about alcohol, and a jug comes out of something that smells like it, there is another wave of cheers that go through the crowd. And they collectively decide that right now, today, this evening, is just a perfect day for a feast. And over the course of these minutes, as you help and watch the Crescai swarm around the barrels and take whatever bounty that is within, they kind of decide to leave it be after a while, realizing that it's probably going to remain better conserved inside than outside. You get the feeling that you're definitely tonight's guest of honor, and there's a open invitation to you for any house that you please. It seems like every household takes some of the food and they go off to their respective homes, spend some time cooking, and then it becomes this revolving revelry of people going door to door, having a little bit of what each household have cooked. And in the end, you can see on the faces of these slightly less scared, but still there are some missing children, but not any more food-stressed Crescites, that maybe a party is what they really needed in the situation.
I think I'll like say to Daphne, when we get like the invitation to each house, I'll be like, if I didn't know any better, this would be a great time.
Great
But
time
we should
for...
party.
Well,
But
I'm
we should
definitely planning on having a little bit of drink and a lot of food tonight, but I don't know if
I
I'm
mean,
such
like-
in a partying mood, honestly.
that too, I guess. I'm just saying, like, being the absolute hero of the town, pretty great.
Yeah,
Not even the first time now.
that's true. I'm gonna situate the horses with Luca, and I think I'm gonna do my ritual of taking care of my gear. probably at the meter making sure he gets some food. I don't think he's in his right mind. Why don't you go and check in with Sol and Sarex? I'm a bit
Yeah, I
worried.
was worried too. Maybe I can, and I like pull out some nice wine.
Yeah, pull out the
Um,
jug of wine.
At least Soul will be happy. Uh, and then I'll trot off to the pool.
Alright. And meanwhile, by the pool, Styrex, what do you immediately do when you get there?
Starbucks just like pretty much walks to the pretty much sits next to the pool.
Mhm.
And just the first things he does is look at it again, like trying to see if she managed to just like see what's like trying to see the image of herself covered in blood, even like all shaken.
You
Yes.
lean over the electro blue waters. It's not snowing actually today, and a very, very slow breeze, so the waters are actually quite crystal clear. And this only slightly disturbed mirror image of yourself staring back, the searching eyes comes back to you. And you're not sure if it's relief or disappointment that rushes through your mind after nothing happens for several minutes.
A simple tear will actually just fall into the pool from Starbucks' face and just whisper to herself, "Why?"
At that point, you hear boots crunching through snow. Somebody is approaching from behind. So,
Well, how's it going there, Styrex?
What
Seeing
do
something
you
different?
want?
Hey, I'm just here to make sure that nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing is going to happen.
Yeah, because you certainly would keep me in check because I would do make something happen. So, doing my part.
Shouldn't you be celebrating stuff?
Well, what they shouting back up there, but Leo sent me over here just in case they're still, not really keen to tieflings. Anyway, that's enough about the situation. So, found something different? Keen some more insight?
No, but don't really know what I want at this point. What did you feel when you felt rejected by the Vistani?
So we'll just go and sit like right next to Starrex, but not too close, but right next in the grass. Well, when felt like I got rejected. Felt like I lost something in me. Something that I broke, and I don't see anytime soon in fixing it. Really tearing me apart, even though I'm smiling and bustling outside.
Then just imagine that your whole life.
Hmm.
And desperately looking for something to get back into that and just get to know yourself.
Okay. Then what's next?
Nothing, because there's nothing.
Well, sitting here doing nothing is nothing. So, but when I say what's next, what are you gonna do from here? Nothing. Are you just gonna sit down here doing nothing?
Perhaps. Every step I did was 2 steps backwards. Nothing helps me to go forward in this.
Then make one. If what you're doing now, every step you take takes you 2 steps back, change direction. Probably the new path's gonna take you 2 steps forward rather than 1.
No matter where I go, it's always 2 steps back. Already tried that. Thought that Dragon Balls might have the answer of what happened to me, and just realized that I might even die if I get to know everything. We have
That-
this, and points at the pool. Still can really get myself to do it.
Mind me, can I tell you like a small story? It's a short one. It's about someone I know. When there's this person who's really smart, but doesn't know who his family was, because he was so smart that he just spent most of his time proving that he was smart. But every step that he takes, he lessened his chance to prove himself being smart. To the point that all around him call him an idiot. For a smartest man that he thinks he is, it's insulting, but there's nothing he could do. Because every time he tries to prove himself that he is smart, he steps back. Because he does something stupid. Then one day, he decided to do something else. He stopped trying to prove that he was smart. Then, when he stopped, all of a sudden, people start calling him smart. Soon became the smartest man of the world. Many others call him that, but for me, he's still stupid. Anyway, you're focusing too much of what you were, your past. I know it's important, but while you do not know your past, just focus on it now for a bit.
On a now, you say. On a now that I know my powers have been sealed, that if that seal is broken, I may die. I have a dragon inside of me, and now I have a vampire that might kill me, and I'm stuck in this mess.
Well, all I'm gonna say is that seems that you're gonna go out with a bang. Tell me, are you scared of death? Or dying?
I'm actually scared of dying. Not really dying, but dying knowing that I didn't get to know myself. I've been my whole life trying to understand what is wrong with me, why I couldn't remember, why I have this, why needed to be done what it's been done.
Well,
And so far, no single answer.
well, based on our conversation a couple hours ago, this one might be sitting in Arkanvost. So for now, if you want to seek the answer that you're seeking, let's go there. Rather than you sitting here doing nothing until you die. And I know you, and you just said you don't like dying because there's still a lot more things that you do not know, right? Anyway, this I'm just gonna bring out my heart, and you're like, it's been a while. I'll just play one of the songs that my mentor told me of, like a sad song about a man living his life doing nothing and how he regrets it. And I'll just pull up my heart and just say, do you mind?
It's actually been a while since I heard you, so go along.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna play that song of a legend of a man decided who's not gonna do anything because he's scared to do something. And when he on his last deathbed, he regrets of not doing anything.
So a far deeper and a more complex song than redoing one of the the two songs that Rick Davia knew in the tab on his song. Gotcha. And about 10 minutes later or so, as you just sit there and enjoy the music and Cyrix, you're heavy in thought. Leo, you find them like that.
You pretty much just find Starbucks just actually looking at her first page of her notebook.
Yeah, kind of like, since they're like sitting outside a bit, like they don't sit too close to each other, kind of like move in between them and be like, "How is the tiefling party that I'm missing here?"
Grand fucking time.
Look
So,
over to Starbucks.
How's
Starbucks just like keeps look. Did you interrupt the song? I guess.
yeah?
Just
it
slightly.
was.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
Like Starbucks will just close the notebook and. Of course, you also came.
Hey, but I got a present. And I give like the bottle of wine. Thought good
Oh
hand
my God.
party, you know.
Wait, did you take that from the barrel?
Yep.
Okay.
It's our barrel.
It's our barrel, indeed. Hey. Well, I'm down to drink my sorrows away.
I'll like hand it over to Sol. Anyhow, how are things going? I kind of like. Have you closed the notebook already again?
Yes.
Okay.
That was a 5-year-old wine. The fuck? Wow.
How are things going, Starix?
Do you really wanna know?
Yeah, I told you I want to know more.
I still feel like I don't know what I need to do.
Well, what did you do with the pool yet?
Couldn't even hold myself to even try. Just look at it and don't know if I say lucky or not. Nothing happened.
I mean, maybe we have to do a little bit of a pool party. Get you into the water.
Take a bath on it? What?
Yeah, I mean, drinking helped. To get start a vision. Probably like entering the water is probably like a whole new experience. I'm ready to jump into whatever experience I get, if that makes you easier for you.
The only thing I know is I have the answer I was seeking all along in front of me. Still can't make myself to take it.
Well, now we're here. I
Hmm.
can throw you in the water if you want to.
Wait, you're gonna pick her up and throw...
I
Starlight
might not
into the
be
water?
Daphne strong, but you know, I did some
wouldn't-
bad training, you know.
I
And Cyrix
wouldn't
is pretty light.
recommend it. I
Let's-
hope you don't even dare to do such a thing.
Let's
No, I
not
wouldn't.
do that.
I wouldn't, Daphne. You know, this Daphne thing, you know. Well, I kind of like lean over and like get some water out of it into like a thing that holds water.
Wine, man.
Do you empty
But,
your
like,
water skin
very
and
quick.
Yeah, I
hold that
went
instead?
empty water skin and pick like a little bit of water out and just hand it to her. We can start with a lesser experience. We can slowly approach if you want to.
No. Take that away from me.
I have to make a decision at some point if you want to or not. I'm just always run from the decision of finding out. At some point you have to decide if you want to know your past or not.
Yep.
And both decisions are fine. It just needs to be a final decision on it.
And what happens after?
I don't know. You'll still be Styrex.
Yeah.
We'll still hang out with you and
Maybe I wouldn't be
save the world.
Styrax anymore. Maybe
Nah.
they Protectorate erased my memories just to try to get me out of something.
Do you trust the Protectorate to do the right thing with you? What I've heard, you dislike the Protectorate quite a lot. Don't trust in their decisions. I don't know what they did to you, with you, but I don't know if they did it in good faith.
The
help you.
Protectorate gave me a home. But I still
Send you to
don't
war.
like their ways.
I know there's a lot of good people at Protectorate, but at the end of the day, they most likely experimented on you and trained you and then pulled you into the war without ever giving you anything you deserve for that.
And that means the only use I have is a weapon.
But that they had for you.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just a weapon.
I don't like
Well-
that talk. Ezzy was the same way. Ezzy thinks she's also a weapon. That's the only purpose. Ridiculous. You decide your purpose.
Have you seen in combat?
I've seen out of
The
combat
only
as well.
thing that happens around me is fire.
Yeah, but you also are capable of detecting magic and making smart understandings. I mean, you are like smart enough to understand the magic that this crazy old guy did that is all over the castle. You like just look at it and you're like, yeah, I know it. I understand it. That's more than just combat. I mean, you're great at combat. Don't get me wrong. You can hold your own in many ways. But there's so much more there. And at the end of the day, if you wanted to, you could just stop fighting. That's up to you. You don't have to be a weapon. Or you can use your power as a weapon, as part of you. No matter what you find out.
In order to live, I need to be that weapon.
We don't know that. I think in order to get out, you need to believe in to who you actually are. I think that's what it really says. You have to stop projecting what you think other people wanted of you, or the reason why you exist. I don't think you can find a reason why you exist. And even if you did, I don't think it would be that nice to hear. I think you have to, find yourself and decide who you want to be. I mean, all you'll find out is that there were some assholes, probably, that made some poor decisions, put you into this place, and you have fought your whole life and proven that you can take their dumb decisions and make them into something great.
Styrex, make me a perception composure.
20.
Rolling high.
Where you keep the Taraka cards that Madame Eva gave you, there's a soft purple shine coming from them.
Styros will actually open the first page of her notebook where the tarot cards are.
Mhm.
And I guess Leo can see that the first page is just a bunch of notes, and by now everything is just like blurred or just crossed.
Mm.
And then there's in big words like why, and then of course in front the cards.
It's not that brilliant shine they had when you were in the audience room with Sir Vladimir Horngard of the Grand Master for the Order of the Silver Dragon. It's a softer shine, just slightly so, and it pulsates a little bit.
Is a specific card?
No, all of them. And in your mind, as if it was just an hour ago, it happened. Madame Eva's tired and gravelly voice whisper your reading to you in the memory, but it's clear as day, and you relive what she said to you.
Starix is shaking again. I don't know. I mean, they would like try to like.
Yeah, I do see like it's kind of shaking.
Yeah, I'll just try to like hold her like hands that hold the notebook. Kind of like hold her still a bit more. Her intense shaking. Whatever you'll see, I don't think it'll change anything. But it still what you're looking for, right? A why, a what. And at the end of the day, after you've seen the what and why that others had for you, you can make your own what and why, right? Maybe you exist to be here to help us figure out the magic stuff that we couldn't without you. Maybe you have even more in front of you that you will do. Maybe you'll become the greatest researcher, protectorate. Maybe you'll figure out how to, tame dragons. Who knows? Maybe there's no fate at all. But it's all in a day your decision of what and why you are here.
May I get a moment alone? I'll follow you shortly.
All right.
And no matter
But-
what happens, it's
but-
fine.
First, Esteros will actually rip the first page of her notebook and just give it to Leon. Throw that away or burn it.
Alright, can do that. I know a thing or two about writing something you're not happy with. Let's see what I can do. Take it with me.
When they are going, Staros will actually put a sheet of paper in front, as like is the first page, and just like start writing the words like dragon, and then just trying to see like everything, and also just trying to connect everything with the tarot cards. And even though when she was talking to you was like always looking at the horizon, like not even looking at you, when she gave you the paper, you could actually see that she stopped crying. Then we'll close the notebook.
As you do, you can see that over the course of a few seconds, that light dims, dims, and dims, and then disappears.
Looks at the bull. I got a second chance of being a person and not a weapon. And she will turn around and just leave towards the others.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm so excited for this five-year-old red crush. Oh, it's gonna be a doozy, Leo.
It's actually not Red Crush.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
There's a smudge on it, and it's like, wait, gonna wipe it out. Like, what does it say?
It's a name for a wine that you do not recognize.
Oh shit! It's an exotic wine. Oh, pop.
Or from a company that the Phytotops bought it by 450 years ago. That is
I'm
not
gonna
in
start
business anymore.
drinking that shit. Oh, down that.
Well, you think I just pulled any wine bottle?
Down the hatch.
Disappointed.
Down the hatch.
I think at that point Starbucks can't even hear, so just
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in general, where are we going? What are we doing for the party?
Yeah, I think Leo will, try his best to, pull everyone in that wants to be pulled in and party with them. And
Yeah, I mean,
he's
it's
like, especially
the
with
weather.
the
The weather is too cold to be like outside, so people are
Yeah.
like sometimes entering a new house from time to time. So it's
Yeah.
like hopping, not bar hopping, but house hopping. Is
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
happening.
And I think I'll beat you the tieflings. Like, I mean, I think you guys need to proving that you're nice people. So you have to take part of the party. I'm afraid.
Wait, weren't I supposed to be muted?
Well, I healed you.
Then smiles.
I healed you. Daphne healed you.
Yeah.
Glorious came upon you.
Mhm.
There's no excuse on this, isn't it?
Yes, there is none. And there's also a dance I promised you, Starix. That we still have to do. And this seems like a good time. Maybe there's like a bigger room somewhere in these houses. If you're up for it.
Starbucks sighs. Forgot I promised that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, so.
Hey,
Not
you
for me.
should keep your promise. Just saying.
Only once.
Of course. Milady.
And actually, Starbucks will actually get Leo's hand and go for a dance.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna bring out my goddamn heart.
Okay, Nirak, take my goddamn inspiration. Have it.
Cha-cha, real smooth, this bitch.
At this point, I was gonna wait until the end of all of this, but take my goddamn inspiration. Have it.
Like,
Hey, let's go.
Yeah. You start jumping between party to party. There's like a lot of different dishes because of it, because like every house will maybe make 3 or 4, and you can like there's hard liquor, there's ale, there's mead, there's different kinds of wine, and anything from starters to main courses to desserts.
Oh, baby, you guys should stop giving me some alcoholics. I cannot stop.
And in every house that you visit, there is this warm cheer, and immediately chairs that are being brought forward or vacated for you, and you are in the center of attention. There's questions about like how, like what the Feedertops were up to, like it's like they want you, it's like this fairy tale that they wish for you to tell them of your excellent adventure that you just been on. There are whispers that maybe indeed Leo is a saint, considering how there's this rumor going around that he made the Starex unmute.
Everybody coming around.
And
Leo
at one
has a
point,
secret power.
one point there's like old grandpa with a bad back that comes forward and kind of bashedly asks you to like bless his back.
Not giving out blessings lightly. Maybe,
What can I... what do you want in payment?
No, I didn't mean it like that. It's just like, you know, something that's precious. Just give away. Maybe, you know, maybe.
I have this locket of my children that you can have. This is the most precious thing that I have.
I was
I
not
promise,
talking
Saint.
about. No, thank you.
no,
Hey.
there's no payment. Oh man, don't
I was
worry
just,
about it.
Daphne? Do you wanna help me in the act?
Daphne is not here.
Oh, I thought you might have come around by now. Okay.
Can I do a drunken
so-
medicine
The
check?
Starbucks just like goes at the back of Leon. Just fake a prayer and that's it.
Makes me feel very strange, saint-like behavior, I must say.
Oh good. Let me focus.
Okay.
My companion soul will help me with this prayer.
Yes, sir.
The Starbucks will also just get some fake that's his prayer.
I give you inspiration.
And maybe healing word as I
Healing word.
as I finish my prayer. Kind of nudge soul to give like healing word on the guy.
Oh! And he starts like stands
Amen.
a little bit straighter. I do feel a little bit better. Oh, maybe I can go and dance a jig with my wife. And he like,
But it's important. Okay, stuff like that. Just don't say that I don't want to like have 1,000 people come up and be like, oh, I need help and stuff like that. It's like not my thing. I'm really stingy on these things, so you know.
well, you
Grab
gotta
like a
earn it. He has this cane and he kind of like pokes you in the shin with it. You gotta earn it, of course. This was more I say. I just thought that over my years of tolling away at the field, Boria should give me something.
Well, it gave you something. Just keep it to yourself, right? Okay, that's part of this deal.
Yes, we can't have the whippersnappers going around thinking that they can take what our old people deserve. True. But maybe, say, if I may, my wife has a strange wart on her foot. I think she's been hardworking her whole life as well.
Well, I think I kind of took both of you for, to get this blessing, so...
Oh,
Unless
you're
you
all
have,
tapped out. Well, then I feel more important than I thought that would be. But count your blessings,
Sorry.
I guess. Well, maybe we go and meet you in the morning then. Perhaps you're feeling better. You could take a look at that wart.
Well, we have a lot of things to do. There's more places than just Kresk. I don't want to offend you or anything, but like, being a saint of all Barovia is kind of, a work. There's strange worth ethics you need to do, and yeah, it's just probably won't be had any time for that, unfortunately.
That's a shame, but perhaps then I could stick it to her face that she cannot complain. She doesn't deserve your help. And he like laughs as he walks off.
Take care of yourself, old man.
Waves his cane at you.
Sometimes I feel like they pray for selfish reasons.
Sometimes.
I mean,
if we follow the teachings of warriors, is power what you need? Not ask for power, just bring you the power, not asking for it.
Well, people just live in the way they want to live. They don't really care
or
for.
unless that all of a sudden the Morning Lord is just someone giving blessings all around.
Nah, I just think people like to live the way they feel like it should be and just say that they believe in the Morning Lord,
yeah.
and make their life work with the idea that it's because of the Morning Lord.
Technically, we're in this town. We're emissaries for the Morning Lord, so.
I mean, this town we are, so.
Boreas, forgive us.
Praise the Morning Lord. Blessings.
The door opens, and there's this woman in relief that you see like light behind her coming, and she steps in and you can see a little bit more. Like she has like this long, almost like dark brown hair that's almost black, and this tied cloth around her head in this intricate knot that kind of spreads out. It becomes a little bit flower-like, and she has like several pouches of things that are attached to her belt, like a scissor that hangs, and she has this discerning look as she watches the crowd, and then she sees you, and her eyes widens. Ah, there you are! And like stomps towards you.
Excuse me?
Hey, hello!
Greetings.
Ah, yeah. I've been searching for you. You're a little bit hard to find. I have to go from house to house. I don't know if anybody has actually given you something for what you did. I mean, in the bold laws of hospitality, like something given, I feel like you should have something, okay?
You can understand that,
Mr. Rock nods.
Yes, well, in that, I think I should put it upon myself. I mean, it's not really a shop, but okay, it's more of a thrift kind of collection. They call me Katerina, and the little thing I mean, it's not like the Valaki from what I've heard, but I collect stuff, is what I'm saying, and I like trading.
Oh.
Lady Kate's Wonder Emporium, maybe you've heard about it?
Yes, yeah, I think I've heard about it before.
Yes.
Well, she
Sure.
flicks her hair and looks very happy about herself. Well, okay, anyway, here, I don't know what to do with this. This is a little bit scary, but I think it has like minor magical properties. It gives me the creeps, but here you go. And she kind of like tosses you a black velvet purse.
I catch it. Oh, is he going to Leo?
Anybody. Okay,
I'll catch it.
Okay,
I'll catch it.
catch it out of the air.
Yeah. It's like,
Um,
that's
Magical properties?
Yeah, I pulled something out of it that I wish I never would have. It still gives me nightmares. But after I went and had a drink from, St. Macovia's pool, it's all good. But maybe I thought that you can have it. It's the coolest thing I have. Okay.
What did you pull
That's
out of
very
it?
kind.
All right. Time to check. Gonna open it.
Cyrax just immediately stops him and just like takes the purse out of him.
Come on!
Mind!
Come on! I want to see it now.
No, you wait. Cyrax
Well,
just like turns around and starts casting Identify as a ritual.
Oh, well, I think it has properties like the barrels that you brought, because
Ha!
well, when you open it up in your hand and look down into it, there's this black void again, reminiscent to the barrels in your mini bag of holding. But I got a little bit drunk one day when we got a shipment from the Wizard of Wine's vineyard, and I thought, what the hell? My mother always said not to do it, but I didn't know what they would do, and I just pulled out. It was this like dog collar, but it was like very worn, and it had like a little steel name tag that said Wellington on it. And I thought, what the fuck is this? And I just let it be, went on my day, felt very disappointed. But then, in the middle of the night, I could see a dog made out of shadows stare at me from across the room. And no matter where I went, it followed me.
Yeah, that's understandably creepy.
I put it back inside of the bag, drank the waters of Macovia, and I'm free. But I have a phobia of dogs nowadays. So fun.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, that is truly very kind of you to give this over.
Oh, well, when you say it like that, maybe I'm also trying to get rid of it. You know what to do with it. I don't want this temptation in my life. So maybe it's more selfish than selfless. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm giving you more trouble.
No, don't worry. We can handle it.
Oh, perfect then. Good luck. And she leaves.
Well, that was an encounter.
Did you cast quick detect magic, or was it identify?
Identify.
Okay, and it was a quick one?
No.
Oh, it's a long one. Okay.
Either you.
Do you wait calmly for Cyrax to finish?
I think I'll do, yeah. I'm kind of just trying to give her a good time, so when she's like just sitting around there identifying, I just kind of like get some drink and food. And just like...
For sure. You enjoy yourself until it's over. A few minutes later, Cyrax, epiphany reaches you. In your hands is a grab bag. So it's not like a space like mini holding. It's made to hold specific items for which is inside of it. And contain those until you pull something from it, from which whatever that item will activate. And, well, as long as those items remain inside of the bag, you have no idea what they are, because they kind of exist in this kind of pocket space in the cellar response, so your identify spell doesn't reach.
As Cyrax will actually just say, whatever. The way to Sol and like, it's actually the same as the bag of holding we have. But this one holds a specific ones.
Yeah.
Which I don't really know.
Well, you know there's a dog collar that gives you a
Okay.
shadow hound, so...
That's true. Maybe that also is something cursed. Who knows?
I guess. I mean, we do have the pool here if we are cursed. Apparently that helps, so...
That's it.
Oh, god damn it! I'm muted. Fuck. I'm gonna try.
You're very quiet.
I'm trying. I'm gonna put a bottle in it. I'll try.
Like you
bottle.
start putting a bottle in it, and like just
My wine bottle. I just put it in there and try.
you start like trying to put in like the opening for it is small, but when you kind of push the jug towards it, it kind of grows larger and larger, and it kind of defies the laws of physics. But then like it's a third way in, there's like a stop, like some kind of resistance, like almost like chewing gum or elasticity that just after like a few more centimeters go rigid, and then the jug bounces up and out of your grip
What the?
Jesus, so
and then
What the-
smashes on the ground with just the remnants of wine that was still in there.
You just wasted the fine wine.
No!
Didn't you
Yes.
hear that it holds a specific items?
Stefan!
And why do you name the wines?
I also felt like Stefan was kind of a dick, to be honest, you know.
Was it Alice?
Too much tannin.
Did we ever try? I didn't try it.
It's gonna be in a bottle.
I
Stefan's cousins
actually-
is there.
just happened to just get more just a few moments ago while you were identifying, so...
Are you stealing more bottles of these people?
Yeah, it's our
It is-
bottles.
No,
Gonna steal as much as I want.
It's ours. Okay.
Also, you know, it's wine is like not something that really needs to survive, right? So I think for today that's fine. So here, I'll like shove it over and like move between a soul and a bottle so Starix can get a chance to actually pick up the bottle.
Well, as long just like Starbucks just goes a step back, like just in case I don't want Leo to throw it again. Just like starts drinking it.
Oh yes. Well, Stefan was good, but I'm sure his cousins will be equally good. Oh yes, and I.
Are you already drunk, Soul?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that.
5-year-old wine was hitting.
400-year-old one.
Oh, 400-year-old wine.
Mhm.
Mega.
It's missing a few zeros.
And it was good. Anyway, you should try it. Kicks your knockers out.
Oh boy, we have to deal now with drunk Soul.
So
Honestly-
Soul, I mean, it's pretty curious. When you're drunk, don't you wanna pull something out?
Pull something out.
Mm-hmm. You know, just
What?
stick your hand in and see whatever you
Ragamia's
find.
grab bag.
Oh. Gonna grab that shit. Okay, you motherfucker. Alright? You broke Stefan. Alright? You're gonna have something in there.
You
Alright.
can see Starbucks just grabbing
I'm-
the crossbow and loading it.
I'm gonna open
Gonna be
Dragon
fun,
Ear up
Starix, trust.
and shove my hand in.
Then look at Leo and say, just in case.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I'm
Uh,
ready.
Roll me a 1d20.
Yeah, baby! Well, 1d20. 18.
Ooh,
Um,
one and only 18.
you pull out a gnarled and treated, like oil treated oak stick that is slightly more like it tapers off at the end. It sits in your hand very, very nicely, a little bit wand-like.
Wait. Oak what?
A gnarled, dark oak stick that is wand-like.
Ooh, a stick! Why I wonder? Oh, it looks so neat. And I'm just waving it around. Ooh, look, I'm a wizard.
Really also.
A teacup starts dancing on the table.
Wait, did that teacup move?
No, you're just going crazy, so.
Now
Wait,
everybody
wait,
can see in the room.
Yeah, I'm just
everybody
emphasizing.
quiet. The whole like there's like record scratch as everybody stops and stare at like a mug that is like half full of ale is just dancing like a waltz on the table on its own.
Stygus slowly will take the stick and the purse away from Soul.
No. I'm gonna move away. Starbucks.
See Stygus just aiming the crossbow at you.
I'm gonna wave my stick once again and make sure if they move.
What do you aim at?
At Soul.
Wait, what?
No, yeah, the crossbow. What do you aim the wand at?
I'm gonna try to aim at the teacup again and just move it around in a. If I think it is what it is, I'm gonna move it in a rhythm, like slow rhythm.
You point at it and like
point-
try to like focus through the wand. Nothing happens. It just dances on the table.
What are you? I just look at the stick. It's like, what the fuck are you?
Okay, so.
Oh, give me that. You are too drunk.
I got a
fun.
magic stick.
So.
There's a
Right.
whisper that goes through the room of
Don't
Saint
make-
Leonor can even make cutlery dance in happiness.
All praise Leonard! Woo!
And like from the stunned silence, there's like a relaxation of like sighs and then mirth as they start like poking sticks at the dancing cup and like try to interact with it. And the quest guidance for now seems to be okay with it.
You have fun, so there's gonna be plenty of time later. You don't want to get all the fun out of the way right now, right? Wanna have fun for later. That's what we learn.
You're right. I want to learn about that. That's my stick.
That is your stick.
My stick.
Hey,
That-
here you can take Philip and gives up a roll wine.
Gonna be exchanged for now, though.
The purse for Philip.
This. Oh, look at you. I just look at it and just. Is it the same label?
No.
Ah, it's another label.
Oh, you're like Stefan. Okay. I'll call you Oscar. Oscar's my friend now.
And
at least we are safe for now.
Alright, Oscar. Off we go. To our adventure.
don't go too far.
Woo!
Back in the morning.
Let's go.
Okay, so Soul wanders out with Oscar and his strange oak wand.
I think I'll as I pat him off, I'll just try to sleight of hand pull the stick out of him.
Ooh, okay, make me a subterfuge dexterity. And Soul make me a perception intelligence.
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you're pretty drunk.
What was the name?
Perception.
Perception intelligence.
Yes.
Skill check.
2 not ones, I'm calling it.
Could
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
get worse.
Let's go.
Can be
worse.
another one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, no, it's okay. You don't notice. And it's in your hand. Like,
Whee!
that wasn't the most dexterous, nor slick, nor elegant pickpocketing
just-
you have ever achieved in your life, but he is so drunk, it doesn't matter.
Oscar, let's go that way. I just walk.
Alright.
I kind of give the stick over to Starix and be like, I thought you would feel safer with it not being with Soul, so
I think I will spend a lot of time seeing what these things do.
Seems like a fun thing to figure out.
I still need to figure out the other stuff we got.
Starks, this is a cool wand. Maybe you find something else that's interesting. Don't you wanna take one out?
You can see Starax just like big curiosity. You can even hear it. You can even hear the.
It's pretty cool.
Cave in to your
If you
impulse
wanna
desire.
if you wanna pull something, I'm not stopping you. I'm bad influence.
Whatever, let's go.
Okay.
And we'll just pull something.
Roll me a 1d20.
Bag of many things.
11.
11.
Pretty good.
Middle.
Okay. You pull out a worn dog collar made out of black leather with a little steel kind of name tag that says Wellington on it.
Wow, you're not really creative. Sarah.
Wait,
Bye.
wait.
Tyra just like looks at Leo, looks at the collar, puts it back.
Yeah, I'm just saying you're not the most creative, but you know.
Over-
Why don't you try?
Over Leo's shoulder, there is a quadrupedal dog-like creature made out of the shadows with like infernal red eyes that is staring at you with the eyes with the teeth shown.
Don't you see it?
See what? Try to look behind me.
She sounds crazy. What the fuck is she talking about?
Oh
You've never
god,
watched alcohol before?
I think I cut myself. How did she got rid of the dog?
Well, she got to the pool and drank out of the pool.
Oh my god.
That is almost like fate, isn't it? Nah, it's... You know what? Maybe I can pull out the collar, take over the curse, and then drink the water.
No,
If you
actually, Starbucks will go outside, pull the collar, and cast Identify without a ritual, just instantly.
Okay.
Goddamn,
You
we're
saw
getting
Marc
so much goodies.
flares up and ooh, just enough. And you're a little bit like stressed out, so you almost lose control of the soul, but keep it together in the last second. This is a dog collar that after you have pulled it from the bag, that now and forever since, you have a vision of a shadowy dog always there with you that is going to follow you around forever.
Well, you can see Starbucks just like,
A little bit of
This-
karma for pulling, I guess.
This is why I shouldn't listen to you ever.
That's fair. Honestly, maybe
The
you should
only
listen
time,
more to me than
the
I
only
would.
moment I hear to you, this happens.
Seems like just the right path, right?
Would you mind accompanying me to that pool?
Yeah, for sure. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, where are you guys going?
Shut up!
You see, the soul is just coming back, and now this time you see him have just a random stick that you found somewhere. It's like, hey, Where are you guys going? You're going. I'm gonna follow you. You guys. Fun.
Okay, so as an irritated Starex, a little bit bashful, bashful Leonard, and a very drunk soul that straggles behind them with just a stick that he found on the ground that he waves around like a wand. And with Daphne for now nowhere to be seen, you stumble towards that blessed pool of St. Markovia in the western parts of Kresk for, well, who knows? Well, we will find out next week, our Curse of the Torment.
A roller coaster of emotions.
Really?
Yep.
It instantly went from sad, happy,